Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live! What the hell is up, gentlemen? It's been a while.
Hey,
what is up, man?
been too long, guys.
Back in the saddle again, right?
Oh, yeah.
The boys are back in town.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that, and it's like, well, have they been missing you? I said, no, they don't miss me at all. Really? I said, no,
we
no.
miss you, brother. We missed
I
you
said,
with every bullet so far.
I said they're fine. Yeah, right. Every bullet. Yeah. I said, I'm thankful you don't have a good aim. You know what
Yeah, that's what we're about here. Quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
When does the quality kick in?
I don't know. I'm still reading the instructions on that one.
Yeah, we got. It's like putting a stereo together.
In Japanese.
Rough, man, rough.
How you guys been, man? It's been like Nick said. It's been a couple of weeks.
No,
Yeah.
dude, I've been just insanely busy between work and I've had some family stuff that I've had to deal with with my sisters and shit like that, and I'm just like, you know, and I did this really uncomfortable dinner last weekend that I had to go to, and I got drunk because I had to. I needed to.
You gotta
I had to numb myself up being around my sisters, and the two of them together. It's the younger and the older one, man, and they all they want to do is play pick Russ's brain. Russ, what happened? What happened back in the 80s and the 90s with mom and all this? And I'm like, dude, I don't really gotta talk about that shit. Come on.
Give me another shot. Give me 2 more shots.
Yeah, right. Like this, we were just drinking beer like crazy. I was like, just give me the beer, man. I'm good. Keep going.
Yeah, that sounds like what would happen to my fucking dad. My dad one time got drunk and told me, "You know, I never loved your mother, right?"
right. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Old man.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing they're trying to do. They'll get me all drunk up, and then they're gonna get shit out of me. And I'm like, but the drunker I got, I'm just like, dude, you were just a pain in the ass kid, man. So I remember. Yeah.
I remember.
Oh man, it's like, all right.
Oh shit, yo, it has been a bit. So how is that sure working for you, Mr. Big Baller David?
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone that I've talked to said that they can tell the difference between what I was previously using to what it is now. It's cut out a lot of the background sound. I didn't have a lot of, like any kind of feedback or whatever, and the quality seems to be awesome. I love this mic, dude. It's great. I don't have like the best setup for it. I only have like a flat table because I have so many monitors. A desk would not work. So I got a 35-inch monitor in the middle, and then 27s on either side. So I had to get this like 8-inch long or 8-foot long table, and this doesn't fit too well on it, so it's a little shaky. But otherwise, the movement on it is it's great.
Nice.
So, but the mic in
that
of
dude
itself,
said he has a 37-inch monitor in the center, 38-inch. Dude, you blind.
I am. I really am. Yeah, there's a 35 in the middle, and then 27 here and 27 here.
Yeah.
Man, my next monitor is gonna be a curved.
This one's a curved 35 curved. It's the HP Omen. It's really good.
That's what RJ has. RJ's got that. He's got 2 of them. I'm looking at them. I'm like, they're kind of cool looking. I won't lie. I like the way shit looks when he's playing Destiny on it. I'm like, damn, that looks wicked as hell, man.
The next upgrade is Samsung has a 49-inch monitor that'll spread the
OLED one.
Yeah. That's the next upgrade. I'll get rid of all these, and I'll put a 49, and then I'll put another 49 on top of that one. So it's 49 two across.
Nice.
I just have to get the room set up down here because that's not something you can just put on a desk.
No.
I have to hang the 2 back to back. So. I just
gotta say, you guys are nerds.
Absolutely.
Before I came in here 5 minutes before,
holy
I
shit!
sent Nick a message that said I needed a link. We were getting the beginnings of our D&D game figured out. So, yeah, nerd.
Yeah, you guys.
Yo, okay. So recently, I've changed characters in my D&D game. I was playing that rabbit folk character.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm playing a changeling warlock.
Oh, patron.
The Raven Queen.
Awesome.
So, like, the little differences is, like, it's a homebrew game. So, like, my patron is, like, the queen of the city that we were just dealing with. So, it's pretty freaking cool, man. Like, I get to do a lot of shit. Like, I'm all about, like, stealth and infiltration. But, like, I haven't had a chance to do any of that yet. Because, like, we've been balls to the walls just, like, fighting crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, fucking... this one thing that we're fighting is like the army for this like fledgling god called Wrath. And his army is
on the nose.
his army is the Immolant Horde. So it's basically like these zombies that are like fucking on fire. You know,
Fire zombies.
So yeah, shit like that.
So
it's been really cool.
Goddamn.
Wrath is a druid in D&D. He's a pretty well-known druid, if you know any of the lore of Baldur's Gate. He was like the right hand to Halcyon, who was the archdruid. Druid's my class. That's what I play, dude. I am a druid guy. Always have been. I love shape-shifting, and you shape-shift into a tiny little spider to crawl under a door and do some recon, and then pop out as a goddamn giant black bear and eat your face.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're nerding
Goodness
out, boys.
gracious, dude!
And,
Oh man,
I love it. That's
and Aaron
great.
just completely checked out on us.
Amy's like, you're gonna say it again. Amy, y'all are nerds, man.
Nerds, bro. We don't nerd the same, bro.
Oh my god!
I'm over here like, what is Optimus Prime doing tomorrow?
right.
Yo, that is one thing though. I've been trying to talk my D&D group into letting me run the Transformers role-playing game, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
They're like, no,
That is so awesome.
We don't want robots in our D&D.
Yeah, right. The two shall never touch. Crossplay, yeah.
Well, see, like I've been having an idea lately. Like Dave said, his class is Druid.
Right.
So my favorite Transformer is Grimlock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I play a Warforged Druid, I turn into a fucking Raptor or T-Rex.
There you go.
You kind of have a makeshift Transformer there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome, dude. That's
So-
awesome.
I've seen a little bit of the Olympics.
Okay.
I watched a lot of it.
It seems like this Olympics is just... It's a psyop. Like, it is the most memeable shit ever. The fucking breakdancing chick. Jesus
That breakdancing
Christ.
chick took over the Hawk Tuah
Ray
girl.
gun.
Ray gun.
Yeah,
took
why
over
would
the
you
Hawk
even
Tuah
have-
girl, man.
Why we even have breakdancing in this, bro?
I don't know.
I don't even know
That's a
how.
good question.
I don't even understand how you judge breakdancing, and I don't even know how it's judged.
Like ice skating?
So basically, it's like these bunch of you got. What do you find a bunch of old people to just say you like? Here's a point system, and you know.
It's crazy because a lot of the people who participated in it was young.
Right.
Yeah.
Which kind of shocks me because I thought breakdancing was over and done with a long time ago.
In the 80s, you know?
Yeah.
They were like, it was like 2 Olympics ago, they wanted to take out wrestling. Okay.
Yeah.
Wrestling of all things. One of the first original sports of anything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like the first Olympics was like like running, jumping, javelin, and wrestling was like right there. They want to take that out, but put in breakdancing and curling and all this other shit. Like cornhole is going to be in the Olympics. What is this?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yo, I might be an Olympic athlete if that shit goes in. Yo,
They go put himself together and
hell
see.
yeah,
Let's go.
hell yeah, let's go.
How can you talk about
Shit.
taking out wrestling and then bring in break fucking dancing?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's weird.
yeah, it is weird. I do enjoy the BMX stuff though. I do like watching that. That's fun. I like watching them do backflips on
But
bikes.
like,
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
there's there's that fucking ray gun chick. Then there's the boxing controversy with the Iranian lady.
Oh my God.
The chick that's supposed to be a guy. I guess I don't know. I don't.
She's not a guy. She's
I don't know.
Gender. She literally has hormones of a man, but she has the genitalia of a woman.
Is it the condition? There's a condition that women can have where they have that.
She failed the chromosome test as being male.
Well,
I think that was the big thing.
Hold on. I thought that too, but my daughter told me they never actually did a chromosome test. She said they did, but they didn't. It was like that was the World Boxing Federation they were the ones
to do it.
Not the Olympics.
No,
it was last year.
WADA or USADA or whoever it was. But the point is that she already failed one. So I mean, it's going to be the same result if the Olympics does it.
Well, but see, some people were saying that never happened. There wasn't the test done.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because she was already banned from several other events for failing the test.
Yeah, so, and that's what I had heard too, that she was banned from. It's crazy, man.
To be honest, like that is the one like line that I have with like trans athletes and stuff like that. But
they shouldn't participate in
combat
sports.
Especially combat sports. Especially.
But the thing is this person is a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, she was born a woman. She has female genitalia. She didn't go through any surgery or anything.
Right. She's a white. Okay.
And it is not like here, where they are, cuddly feely about, trans things.
Well,
in the country that she is in, if she is found to be trans, she will be put to
murdered,
death, I believe.
Yeah, stoned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here's the controversy with that.
That's scary. God damn.
The major thing with the transgender thing is our genitalia doesn't define us.
Mm-hmm.
So why does her genitalia define her?
Well, the thing is because there's two different things.
She's got
people need
genitalia, but she doesn't have female chromosomes.
Right, but here's the thing that people need to understand is that there are two different things. There are gender and there is sex. Sex is science.
Yes.
Gender is a social construct.
Yep. I agree.
So the thing is that this, even failing a chromosome test, it doesn't matter. Like, she has the outward genitalia. She presents as a woman. It's not like this woman was trying to be a dude and go into a woman's sport or anything like that. This is how this woman grew up.
Yeah, no, I don't have any problem with it. I have the issue being that,
I know. I'm just saying,
the science. My second degree is in science, and I'm just I read the science. I didn't get up in arms that she fought in the Olympics and stuff. Hers, because I almost seen hers as like a different case than what we traditionally see as men who were boys and go through puberty and men, and then they switch over to they transition and then they want to compete in the sports. That's different than what happened here. This one was they didn't even know that she had those chromosomes until she was, I want to say, late teens, early 20s. They had no clue. She was born female. They always thought she was female. It's just she was bigger and stronger than, she had bigger bone thickness, and she had something else with hair.
And that girl is a real life Amazonian, dude.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I think that was a big. I think that was one of the big deals too. Is that the woman that she beat for the gold medal, and I mean, she lasted 40-something seconds before she quit. Yeah. And I guess she said that she said that she's never been hit that hard in her life. And
she also has high testosterone. She has high bone depth.
That's
got a lot of the physical qualities of a man.
That's what got people. I think that's what got people up in arms. A lot of that stuff. High testosterone can that it's an unfair advantage. It's like taking steroids.
Yeah,
it's almost like steroids,
But the thing is that this person did nothing to change themselves.
No, I got you. But it's
that's
what you're saying. But
that should never been an issue though. She didn't hide it or nothing.
I was upset.
And do you disqualify somebody for being born a certain way? Like that's, I mean,
in a sense, yes, you do. They do.
And that's kind of tough.
Yes, in a sense, you do. I'm disqualified from women's sports because I was born a man.
That's not the same thing, though. You know what I mean?
That's,
she's born.
I see what you're saying.
If you're trans, you're not.
But I will tell you though,
you're not trying to participate in women's sports as a man.
What?
She's participating in the sport she's legitimately born into. So you can't discriminate her from that just because her body grew and has some chemical imbalance that causes her to grow and do things in a certain way.
And let's be honest, we don't know what her chromosome count is because we have learned that there is more than just XY and XYX. We've seen the breakdown of the X and Y structure where we are getting, that sex is now being found to be more of a spectrum than what we thought. It's actually starting to reflect gender in a way almost.
I've never seen anything about that.
It's also just like hermaphrodites, right? Like there's some that are born that look more female.
Yeah,
that's right. Hermaphrodites have the genitalia; they don't have the chromosomes.
But they present more female, and they might have more of the male genitalia, and vice versa. We've seen that as well.
Yeah. Anna and I had a friend when we were younger. We were teenagers who had that issue. She was actually
because it happened just last year, David.
Yeah, it
was a thing. I'm looking it up right here. It's international research team led by Telomere to Telomere Consortium.
It says that sex is a spectrum.
Well, what they're saying is they published the first complete sequence of the human Y chromosome in Nature. The Y chromosome, blah 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 blah. So what I'm saying is, outwardly presenting, you're going to have male, intersex, female. That's what you're going to
outwardly presenting. It's going to be the spectrum, of course. It always is. It's going to be bigger, smaller, inward, outward. There's always going to be outward presentation, but outward, I don't care about. I'm talking about inside. The building blocks of the human anatomy.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. They just I am not a scientist.
I only have a bachelor's, so I'm not. I'm not a PhD or anything. I've only got a bachelor's at that point, and it's not anything to do with biology. But I would say anyway.
I'm gonna say this, Eric, with what you said. I don't know what the solution is to that. What you said about do we tell us she's born a woman. But she has male hormones inside of there, and these are conditions that people have that where they'll have a one hormone that they shouldn't have over another. And
I see your comments, Scott. I'll get them up there.
But I don't know what the solution to that is because in a sense, you could argue that having that hormone is a distinct advantage. Oh, but then here's the thing. What all athletes have some kind of physical advantage over the other, don't they? Like look at Phelps. Look at him and his body and how his body just was. That dude looks like a fish. I mean, it's weird. He has this huge lung capacity. Usain Bolt, right, with his leg, the legs,
the length of his legs was crazy, dude.
It was insane, and the muscles were like nuts. He could take more punishment on the muscles than most people could, so he could push himself harder. And so, everyone has these kind of advantages. It's to some way or another over the other. That's what makes one athlete better than another. Typically,
that's
they have something, right? So. It's hard to say.
I'm gonna tell you the solution is put Clarissa Shields in there against her, and I bet she don't. I bet she don't win. She would have been murdered.
I love Clarissa. She's awesome.
Yeah, that's my homie, dude. Shout out to Detroit.
I feel like, where do you say, okay, that's too much of an advantage? And who like, who can judge that? You know, when you say,
the problem, it's hard to tell. It's hard to judge.
It is, and I don't know the answer to it.
You can't tell because everything that you need to determine what it is on the inside. You can't tell anything.
Right.
Outward. You can't tell it. You have to tell by.
That's true.
She was disqualified and I just read it just so I could make sure I wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
She was disqualified from these other tournaments because the chromosomal check is one, but the natural testosterone level being, if a traditional female would have a testosterone level of 40, 30.
Right.
And when she's got 716.
Yeah, but there is a condition that women have, that women can have, where it's an elevated testosterone level.
I know what I'm not. That particular testing and that particular organization does work on a testosterone level, meaning if you are naturally too high, you still can't compete. If you're naturally too high,
right?
Yeah,
condition or not.
That's a good question that I was gonna like. How do you protect these athletes? Because that is a thing. Like, there are women with abnormally large amounts of testosterone just naturally in their body. Like,
right. But that's what I mean. But what's the difference between that and like a woman who has some like physical advantage that's natural, like maybe she just has stronger arms.
One is from hard work, one is from a defect.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but I would argue that one could come from one can come from hard work, but it's like, does the defect give you that kind of an advantage over, or like don't you still have to do the hard work? like when you take steroids.
Because let's just
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, when you're taking like some, real quick, when you're taking some kind of steroid or something, it's mostly for recovery as much more so than it is to give you an advantage. It's so that you can push yourself hard and recover after quicker to go again, so that the muscles aren't getting as beat up as they normally would.
Yeah.
So you're that's what the advantage is. But there you go. Right.
I need to.
It is what Russ is saying is absolutely accurate on a therapeutic level. If you overdo it and you double it and triple it, you take like Barry Bonds level stuff.
Right.
It is for recovery, but it's also for energy.
Okay.
It's also for muscle fiber. It's also
that's true too. So there are ways to
level. It is for recovery. That's why this stuff was made for recovery.
Right, but there are ways to take advantage of it. I'm sure.
Of it,
Yeah, but okay, now that's like taking a substance and using it. But but if the substance is inside of you naturally being, like, how do you like say, okay, I gotta go? Well, you can't do that, even though it's naturally happening. It's not like she's making herself out of that condition,
I sent you an article, Dave, because I didn't want you to think I was just being like granola-y and like kumbaya, but like
no, I naturally didn't. I generally didn't know, so I'm so interested in.
It is interesting.
Like I said, I'm a scientist at heart anyway, and I'm so interested in anything astrophysics, biology, anything, especially something new and breaking that I haven't read before. Dude, I'm so interested in it. And if you found something that I haven't seen, I'll love to read it. I absolutely do. It's a natural student at heart. I always have, but I guess I always will be. As Eric said, I'm a nerd, man. I'm a nerd, brother.
I also look at it like, also when does this become us being good human beings to each other too?
That's true too. Yeah.
That young lady was put through some stuff. People really jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I think that's right, and that's what I was about to say. I was going to say earlier, and I didn't say it, but I was going to say is I didn't like the way the media handled this at all, and I'll tell you why. Because I think the media was putting out shit that was not truthful at all. I don't think that they were putting out truthful things, or they were not putting out the whole truth. That's what it was. It's like they're putting out just enough to get people riled up. And they did, and they got people riled up, and it's got all this attention. But they didn't take the time to do the whole story, to do the whole investigation. All it did was, so let's just spit that out.
Oh yeah, no.
And
why would they
it's,
bother to do that? I mean,
right, that's what I mean. But
sucks,
but this really was bad because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I got pretty pissed off when I first heard it. But it wasn't until later my daughter said, "Hold on a minute, Dad.
Yeah,
there's more to it than you know," and she's the one that explains it to me.
Because I am a huge talker about Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox was a
that was deceptive.
Yeah, Fallon Fox was a trans MMA.
Yeah, split athlete. That girl wig, literally.
Oh my god!
I've never heard of her. I've never heard of Fallon Fox.
Split down the middle, broke her jaw. Yeah.
Oh my god!
That was so deceptive on Fallon's part.
Yeah, she fractured the last fight she was in. She fractured her born female opponent's skull.
There we go.
That's terrible. So wait a minute, what was the deal? Was she born a man?
Yes.
Yes.
But lied about it and said
lived 28 years as a man, fought MMA as a man.
What?
Yes. And then decided to transition and then didn't tell anyone, and they didn't do enough testing and came in as a woman. And the few women that she fought fought against this Fallon said that it was the hardest hit they've ever taken in their life. And split one girl down the middle and broke her fucking jaw.
That's crazy.
It's similar to the swimmer who transitioned and basically broke all of the records for the women after he transitioned, but he was a very mediocre swimmer in the males division.
Yep. Right, but going against women, he was I got you.
He was amazing.
That's crazy, man.
Like in ones like that are really.
The reason why I worry about it in combat sports is because it's dangerous. You can really fuck somebody up, and you said, somebody could die. That's dangerous, really bad. And I just hearing that story, that's frightening. That's really frightening. Yeah. I mean, wow.
But the thing is that even having that advantage, Fallon Fox lost fights to women.
That's
women. Yeah, to Ashley Evans Smith. Fallon Fox lost to Ashley Evans Smith, who is a UFC level amazing women's fighter, who just so happened to have her number that night. But Ashley Evans Smith is a fantastic fighter, but didn't go toe to toe with these. They wrestled, and with jiu-jitsu, women destroy men all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's something to skill level sometimes, I
lost my first, and it wasn't jujitsu, it was just Shotokan karate. But I lost my first tournament to a girl back in the day.
I never had to go against a girl in martial arts tournaments, but I got my ass whipped a lot by lots of boys anyway. So.
No, it was mixed singles. It was
okay.
It was I was younger.
Yeah,
I was a lot younger, but it was you just getting started, so they don't really be doing that crazy anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But I know.
I mean, they don't have enough kids.
Yeah, so they gotta just fill out the tournament.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I have UFC on right now, the pay-per-view. So if anyone wants updates, let me know.
Only one I'm really interested.
That Fallon Fox fight, right?
Stylebender tonight, right?
No.
Who's tonight?
So, yes, sorry. Stylebender is fighting DDP, Duplessis in the main event.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
so did they finally kick this Fallon Fox person out?
Yeah.
Altogether and say, get out of here.
Well, organizations, they're all different organizations. So some might take her, some might not. You're better off in China and Japan if you want to fight like that. Yeah. But the U.S. organizations, so the UFC, Bellator, and the other one.
They basically were like, no way. We're not messing with that, huh? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's something else. Damn.
Then,
but that was it. But you're right. That Nick, that was, I think, one of the really big controversies of the Olympics. The other one that bothered me is them stripping Jordan Childs of her bronze medal.
Yeah,
that
because
really,
their arm was jacked up.
Yeah,
Which one was this now? Refresh my memory, William.
This is a gymnast.
The young lady who won the bronze in the floor exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I remember
because
now.
of the calculations that the judges did. So basically, Romania contested, and then they found that their form was off, and they want that girl to get her bronze medal back.
Right, and I think it's bullshit. I'm like, you know what? If you didn't catch it there, forget it.
Yeah.
I don't like awarding a medal and then later on, oh no, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's crap.
Well, there's two ways to look at it too, Russ. Like you gotta make sure that you get that shit right.
No, I get that, but then you gotta make sure that, but you need to make sure at the time you get it right.
I'm also not sure that they got it right.
We're not either.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is two girls. Romania wanted 2 bronze medals, is what it sounds like. They wanted 2 bronze medals out of this because both of their girls would have been tied for third. So and because one had a difficulty different than the other, she's got scored differently, and Jordan Child's difficulty was more than theirs. So I think she still won, but the USA is appealing the thing.
Yeah. Also, when they went to the arbitration process, a member of the arbitration board that originally ruled against the U.S. and Jordan Giles has Romanian ties.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a
little bit of shadiness in there.
Yeah. So that's another problem.
Back into like the Cold War's gymnastics bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
It's just garbage, dude. That girl was badass. She worked her tail off, and I don't.
You did.
I didn't like. A lot. Yeah, that's right. The other thing, it's a miracle she was even able to be in this Olympics because of all what she had to overcome physically. She was in a rough way, like a little over a year ago.
Yeah,
I mean, it was incredible how much she trained, how hard she worked to even make it there, and I was so pissed off. I was so bad. I was like, I already don't like the IOC anyway. I think they're shady as fuck. Just like FIFA. I think FIFA might be the shadiest of all.
Well, look at all the years they let the Russians cheat, and then when everybody caught on to it, they were like, "Oh yeah, I guess we should not."
I guess so. Yeah.
Right.
We shouldn't let them compete.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. And even that was a kind of a battle. You know.
Let me ask you guys this: what is when these Olympics are coming around? What are some of the events and some of the sports and whatnot that you're most interested in checking out as they're happening?
Well, summer Olympics to me is I've always loved gymnastics. Especially mainly female gymnastics. Women are amazing.
Oh God, yeah.
I like watching what they do. The men are okay, but the men don't do it for me as much as the women do.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're right.
No, I was gonna say, for me, the whole thing with the Summer Olympics is it always comes at the point where I'm doing shit.
I gotcha.
Busy. Like the Winter Olympics, I can always, be cozy,
hot chocolate, chilling.
Yeah. But the Summer Olympics come when I'm jumping around.
Shit's going on, man.
Yeah.
For me,
what about you, Eric? What are you looking at?
For me, and we're going when they come to LA. So
that's gonna be cool, dude.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah,
so absolutely.
Definitely basketball, men's and women's.
Same.
That's like number one
men's
for me.
Basketball in a second too.
For sure, and then also track and field, and then like the gymnastics, and then women's volleyball. Everything else I don't really care too much about.
Now, which volleyball do you like? Do you like the beach volleyball or just
whichever one I can see the most cheeks?
Yeah,
it's nice, dude. Yeah, the beach. I love the beach one because they little in their little suits and shit.
It just all depends. If they thick,
nice.
It don't really matter, man.
That's for sure. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing.
If I narrowed it down to just, and I love basketball. In '96, I got to see. Before the original Dream Team went to the Olympics, they did in Detroit and around the area. They did a lot of these skirmish games with colleges and whatnot. So, and I got to see them play at the Palace in Auburn Hills with
that's
that whole
cool.
crew. It was so awesome.
Where you from up this way?
I'm in Muskegon, Michigan.
Oh, you up in Muskegon? Okay, I'm
right
outside of Detroit right now.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I live in Southfield.
Oh yeah. That's not far. That's not too far. A couple hours.
Yeah.
But I love basketball, and the only thing though that I make sure that I watch every single time, I don't care if it's on at 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. is wrestling. Any wrestling event that I can get. I wrestled in middle school. I wrestled in high school. Wasn't good enough to wrestle in college, but I tried. And everything that the Olympics for me is about is wrestling.
All right, you'll appreciate this. When I was in high school, my football coach was trying to get all of us players to try other sports because he wanted us to play other things to stay in shape, right? And also maybe and especially during the off season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even during the football season, he was like, I'd like you to do other things, And so I said, it was my right idea. I'm gonna go up for the wrestling team.
Oh, smart.
One day, I quit.
They're different animals, bro.
Dude, the cardiovascular conditioning that they put you through, the amount of like, it's insane. It's just they're trying to build your stamina, but it's. I feel like I was gonna die. I literally feel like I couldn't walk.
Yeah, dude.
When they were done with me, and I remember my friend Cliff, he's a track and field guy, and he goes, "You ready to just come run with me now?"
Yep, I am.
Said, yes, let's go run.
As a Boston Celtics fan, I would like to thank Steve Kerr and the Olympic selection team for securing a dynasty for us by pissing off both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum so terrifically during this Olympics.
Oh boy.
Yeah, now, I'm curious to hear your let me hear your take on this, dude, because I don't think we're gonna agree. I think you got Boston bias.
I think that there's only been one player that has won an Olympic gold medal, won a championship, and what else was it? It was a third thing in the same year. It was him, Jordan, and LeBron.
Okay.
He is in that class of basketball player.
Uh-huh.
He is also the only first team All-NBA on the Olympic squad.
Okay.
Currently,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you a question, Nick.
Yeah.
Who is he gonna play in front of?
God.
Now, and take your bias out of it. I'm asking a legit, flat out question. Who was he gonna play in front of?
Let me look at the roster.
I can tell you the roster off the top of my head right now.
It's not so much of who's he gonna play in front of. It's how is he gonna get benched like that?
Well, when you look at who he was matched up against, and he would have been matched up against in those last 3 games, French would have cooked them. I'm gonna be honest with you. It would have been barbecue chicken, because Tatum doesn't have his one-on-one defense. Although he's long and lanky, he plays better help side defense. Well, you don't need that when you got a LeBron, AD, and a KD on the floor. You need somebody who's going to be able to. Yeah, they're super long, and the same thing with Serbia. Like, Serbia was no joke either. I think he would have been a defensive liability. Now, should he have got a little more playing time? Yes, I'm with you there. But he wouldn't have been. I'm not taking KD out for nobody. He going 40 for 40. If it's 40 minutes on the floor, you playing all 40 of them, brother.
Yeah, he's special.
He's lights out. And I'm not going to bench KD. I'm not going to bench Steph. I'm not going to bench LeBron. He's my leading scorer in the Olympics. He's my leading rebounder. Too, isn't he? My leading assist. Like, he's my leader. So you're not getting benched.
So at this time,
who we gonna play in front of? Maybe Anthony Edwards. Maybe.
I wouldn't say he'd play in front of Ant-Man. I'd say he'd play in front of AD though.
Nah, because you still need 2 big men.
Yeah, you need the size from AD.
Yeah, you need the size. All you got is AD and Embiid. If you had a third big man, then I'd say okay.
Bam.
Man. Yeah, Bam was playing a power forward though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fucking.
Well, wait a minute, but
Tatum can play power forward. Like,
not with LeBron on the floor.
Okay, wait a minute though. Hold on, Nick. But he was on the team. He did get some playing time, right? He was playing. Mm-hmm. He won a gold medal with the team.
There were games that he played minutes.
Well,
Halliburton,
he got a DNP.
But I would argue this: our basketball team is typically so stacked that there's going to be players that even the best we overstack it with the best players in the world. You're going to have some guys that are not going to play. You're just going to. Yeah, the female team had some of the same issues too. They had some women that didn't get much time. Like, because you just had such. I mean, what are you going to take Asia Wilson out and put? Are you going to put her in place for her? No. You know,
never taking Asia Wilson.
Never. She's the best. She's the best. She's arguably one of the best players in the world. I wouldn't. You can't take. That's what I say. So that's what happens when you fill a team up with the best of the best.
And you also got to think about the fact
Derek White got more Olympic minutes.
True.
Yes, because he's not looking to score the ball, Nick. He's just happy to be in a number, bro. He's gonna pass. He's gonna play terrific defense. He's gonna pass, and if he's open for a three, he's gonna take it. Jason Tatum's gonna look to create. He's gonna look to score. You don't need that right now. You need somebody who you need role players.
A facilitator.
Yeah, man.
Facilitator. Yep.
No, I'm sure he does. Look, he's incredible. I'm not gonna say he's not good. He's a hell of a basketball player.
He's a hell of a basketball player. He's a great facilitator. But when you got Steph, Drew Holiday, and you got LeBron on the floor, he don't need to touch the ball as a passer.
Nah, for me, it's like you have such high quality players.
Way too
and they have they have these bodies and this length.
The
and
current finals MVP wasn't good enough for the Olympic team either.
I don't think that was the case. They were just too stacked at that position, man. You don't need any more small forwards or power forwards. You need a point guard and a shooting guard.
He's a 2-3.
Yeah, but his natural position is a small forward, except for when he playing with Tatum. His natural position is small forward.
Yeah,
that's the problem, and you was just way too stacked at that position. You didn't need any more. That's why they brought in Derek White as a backup point guard.
There's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be players, dude, that are left off this. The WNBA had the same problem. There's always going to be players left off.
But
we're taking it as motivation. So the fucking NBA can get more of what they got last year.
Your point wasn't that he didn't get enough time; it was that he pissed him off because of the time. And regardless if he did or didn't, he pissed him off. Then that's
hey Nick, if it drives them, if that's the driving force they need to push.
Exactly what David just said is true too, because both those young Boston dudes are fucking stubborn.
That'll do it.
I mean, hey, maybe that's good. Maybe Boston will look like the clear cut winner from early on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Boston,
I don't know when you guys started watching basketball. Mine was in the mid '80s. I'm old, so
that's about.
I went to the Boston Garden as a kid and watched the Celtics. It was
late
amazing.
'80s, early '90s for me.
That Boston team in the mid '80s. I love my Detroit Pistons, the Bad Boys. I love the Bad Boys so much that I got my buddy a cameo from John Sally for his birthday. I love the Bad Boy Pistons. I love Lambier going out there and whooping people's ass. Mahorn, Edwards, Vinny, all these guys just going out there whooping the shit out of people. But
when I was a kid, Lambier was one of my favorite players.
Boston, right?
I fucking hate Lambier.
I loved it.
Boston fought back. All right. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of teams did, but Larry would swing back. The Chief would swing back. They would fucking fight him. And I'd
argue Boston started this. Boston started that, dude. Boston and the Lakers were the dirtiest teams in the NBA.
No way.
I was
the dirtiest team in the NBA before the fucking Detroit started popping off was Philly.
No, sir. They fought because y'all fought. Dr. J and them never had a fight with any other team.
Daryl Dawkins, Moses.
Yes. Who did they fight, though? Who did they fight, Nick? Y'all. They fought
us, Nick. Detroit. They beat the hell out of everybody those couple years.
I went until Detroit started winning that they wanted to fight with them. But I'm telling you, y'all started it in the East Coast.
Kevin McHale was without a doubt one of those guys who would
the biggest
fucking
instigator I've ever seen in my life.
He would fuck with people so much. I love Kevin McHale. He was another one of my favorite players. I loved him.
Isaiah's not overrated, sir. Ask me, and you'll pay for that.
So, David, you got to understand that he's a New York guy, and he hated Isaiah from the Knicks. But he knows good and dang.
He's used to choking then.
Facts. He knows good and dang on well that Isaiah's not overrated because he knows he's one of the best point guards in NBA history.
Oh, Isaiah was incredible. My God,
he was great. He
was crazy. I loved watching him. I mean, you know, and I mean, the only problem Isaiah had is that Michael Jordan hated him, but why did Jordan hate him?
Because Isaiah wouldn't bow down to him.
Right, and
Isaiah Thomas fight 50 times now.
And Isaiah would stand up to him. You know, right?
He was a bulldog. And we were talking about Boston, and something needs to be said about Boston is that Larry Legend might be the greatest shit talker that's ever existed.
Of course he was.
Oh,
absolutely.
I loved watching those videos of Larry just saying, I'm going to take the ball 2 steps behind the back, off bucket, nothing. And he does it. I'm going to take 2 steps, drop back, bucket. It does it right in there. Just tells him what he's going to do.
That was his thing, man.
I love
the one that doesn't get talked about with Bird a lot that I really enjoy as a story is Chuck Person during his rookie year.
Oh, Pacers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck Person told Larry Bird that, you know, there was a new sheriff in town because he was the rifleman.
He can shoot, though. Chuck Person can shoot the blood out the ball, though. I mean, he wasn't Larry Bird, but he could shoot the blood out the ball.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I love that shit. That's what I like about basketball, especially back in the day. I love the egos and the characters that these guys were so much fun, man. And sometimes I think today's basketball players it's getting better where they're letting a lot of their personality out a little bit now sometimes. But I think that's what we're missing in basketball is how many crazy giant personalities we had.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how much shit talking would happen. And I just don't think we get enough of it. A lot of the problems they're all buddies now. They all kind of like each other, you know. So, but still, they're still really good players. But I just wish I missed the garbage talk, man. I do. I miss it.
The physicality and the true rivalries. When you see LA and Boston go at it, when you see Chicago and Detroit go at it, when you see New York and anybody go at it and they beat New York. And
Charles Barkley was without a doubt one of my absolute favorite players in the world, he would talk so much. You'd see him running his mouth up and down the court. It was like, damn, Charles.
I'm with E over there. The NBA is missing the rivalries. Bad.
Yeah,
team
but
rivalries.
When they had it, when they had it with LeBron and Golden State, people was like, I'm tired of seeing them.
Really?
Yeah, so, that's true.
Yeah, people were like, I'm tired of seeing them in the finals.
Well, people
they
are never
either
happy,
one of them.
I guess.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
I like the. I take advantage of whatever rivalries we can get.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
But they hated it. But Boston and Miami was a good rivalry when they had it, when the big threes were going and squaring off against each other, and they tried to make a rivalry between Kobe and LeBron, but they never met in the finals.
Nah, it wasn't gonna work. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Kobe was kind of almost a different generation than LeBron, though. Right. I mean, I don't know. Kobe was out, and
they were the best players on the East and the West Coast for a long time.
That's true. You're right. I mean,
the Lakers and Celtics was about to be rekindled.
Yeah,
because if
they had 3 finals with each other.
Well,
no, they had 2. They had 2.
Yeah, they had 2.
And they split.
See, that was the thing. They split those 2, and then the next year, Garnett got hurt.
Yeah, because
then they fucking split the team up at like a year.
They lost
after
to.
that.
Did they lose to Orlando? Well, no, that's not why they split the team up. Because remember, they stayed longer than that. Because remember, LeBron and them split that team up.
Yeah,
Miami
it was like
split
2
them
years.
Oh yeah, because they had Pierce, right? Was on the team with them, right?
Paul Pierce, Ray Allen,
yeah, Ray Allen,
Rondo,
yeah,
Baby,
Yeah, they split that shit up in
Rondo?
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Ron. I remember Rondo was like, I could be the main guy.
Yeah.
Rasheed was on that team.
Sheed.
Shaq was there for a year.
Yep. Shaq got hurt.
Shaq was hurt.
God, I forgot that Shaq played up there for a year.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I forgot that.
Like, they were motivated that year because they were like, "Oh shit, Kobe got that chip. Well, let's get Shaq one."
Shaq one more. Yeah. Didn't he play for Phoenix?
Wow.
Cleveland,
he played for Phoenix right after Miami.
That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
He played before he went to Boston.
I know Phoenix. I forgot about Boston.
I think, right?
Cleveland too, right?
Yeah, I think that's where he ended. Was Cleveland?
He was there for a second. I mean, he was there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I just forgot about him playing in Boston so much. That's wild. Damn. Yep. Oh my God.
The big Shamrock.
It was like, but that's how insignificant it was. I just forgot about it.
He also played for Cleveland too.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Cleveland. I remember
he tore his ACL that year in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That might be wise because he got hurt and it was like out of sight, out of mind.
He was also 500 pounds too, dude. That dude.
Exactly.
Oh, he did get big.
He was at Shaq. He was snack.
At the end of his career, he was huge, man.
Oh man, I'm telling you, like, you need to start listening to basketball podcasts if you're not, because like the stories that they tell about that team, like having. Shaq and Nate Robinson playing fucking one-on-ones at practice and stupid shit like that. Kevin Garnett making big baby Glenn Davis cry.
Making him cry. Yeah, I remember that. Hearing that story. Yep.
That's because Garnett is a horrible human being, dude.
Yeah, man. He was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. That dude, he speaks so rough, man, about people. He don't hold back. He'll pull punches for nothing. He's just like
he had to apologize to Carmelo Anthony. He was gonna have a problem.
Did he really? He was talking shit about Carmelo. Oh man, dude.
About his.
You don't remember that?
I forgot.
That was when he was on Boston, wasn't it?
Oh wow,
with the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, that's why your girl tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh my God, he said that.
I don't remember that.
He said that to Carmelo. He told Charlie Villanueva he looked like a fucking cancer patient.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Garnett is a dick, dude. He is. I think
Joakim Noah, his rookie year, went up to Garnett and was like, "Hi, Mr. Garnett, I love you. You know, you're my favorite player and shit." Shut the fuck up, young blood.
That I can imagine him saying for sure.
There's a podcast with Garnett, Pierce, and Doc Rivers, and they talk about, I guess,
I saw that.
The big four in Boston got into a fight in the locker room. So Rondo, Allen, Garnett, and Pierce got into it.
This wasn't the championship year, was it?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. It was after. It was the year after.
Oh, the year. Fuck, I can't remember shit.
Because they was trying to go for a repeat, and I think it was because Rondo wouldn't pass Ray Allen the ball or something like that.
Yeah,
is where it started at.
Well, Rondo, look, Rondo started getting
stuff after that.
He was starting to get an ego, and he was thinking maybe a little too much, but
Jordan Styles gets to keep her medal. By the way, guys, I just put the article in the chat.
Oh, that's good. Cool. That's really good. That's good news.
It's basically a split with the Romanian people. They get their own bronze medal too.
So they're going to basically award her a bronze medal, and okay. See, but that's one thing. My issue. My issue was with the Olympics fucked up. Why should you punish her because you fucked up?
Right. Right.
That's not right.
Yeah,
That's not right. It'd be, so yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's really good news, man.
Good.
Jeez, dude.
The girl.
Yeah, really. It was well.
So,
All right. Are you ready to talk about this comic book stuff?
I was going to transition, Russ. Thank you. Nice.
Let's just do this
Well,
shit,
that's a
man.
hell of a
Segue
transition.
in.
I'm ready for
Yeah,
some.
good segue, bro.
I'm ready for some blood hunt. Let's do it.
Yeah, Eric, you said you read this shit?
Yeah.
All right. So, SDCC happened while we were off.
Yes, it did.
And
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. was revealed to be coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as, they said, Victor Von Doom. They were very specific to say that.
He's gonna play Doc. Huh? Wow, that's so good.
So we get to Blood Hunt,
Yeah.
which came out, last week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We get to Blood Hunt. And to save our souls from the vampires,
Yes.
Doctor Strange has got to make a deal with Doctor Doom
Yup.
and make him the sorcerer supreme of this dimension.
Fucking crazy.
And Doctor Doom is a good person, and at his heart, he's a man of his word. So he tells Doctor Strange that as soon as he's done saving the world, he'll give back that mantle of being sorcerer supreme.
Sure he will. Wink, wink.
Oh, yeah. So they get down to business.
Yep.
Doom casts a spell, and the Avengers do all this stuff, and now vampires in the Marvel Universe are basically daywalkers.
Yeah.
Varney's defeated. Blade is back to being himself.
Yeah, Blade. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Blade's back to being Blade again.
So then we get to the real end of the event with Doom and Strange.
Mm-hmm.
And Strange is like, hey, Vic, time for you to relinquish that Sorcerer Supreme title. And
Right.
Vic's like, I will. When I'm done saving the world, bitch. And fucking
Peace.
Yeah, just pieces out Strange's astral form. And
Sure
then
does.
does like a giant fucking news conference over the world.
Yep.
Saying that he's the new Sorcerer Supreme and that he's gonna run this dimension differently.
Yep. He's got plans.
And he's got big plans, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the end that I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see that coming.
Oh yeah,
I saw it coming when he made the deal with the,
as soon as it happened.
Yeah, as soon as the deal happened, I saw that kind of. But I didn't see that it was gonna end up coming down to Doctor Doom and I didn't see that part of it. But yeah, as soon as they made, I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me?
So this is This is going to be coming into their new status quo coming forward. A one world under Doom.
Now let me ask you: are they going to incorporate that into the MCU?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't think so either.
But one of the fucking storylines coming out of this is going to be an Amazing Spider-Man. And Spider-Man is going to be sent on a mission from Doom.
Oh shit!
And he's going to have
which Spider-Man?
Peter.
Peter is from Peter. Yeah, Peter.
Miles is still a vampire at the end of this event.
Yeah.
No, that much I know. But I was like, because did they finish the Nightcrawler arc? Because he's Spider-Man now.
Yeah, they finished that. They finished that where he was.
Thank God. I ain't heard nothing else about it. They need to fire whoever came up with that bright idea.
Well, oh man, that was right. That was leading into all the shit with Mystique being her own grandpa. And
Oh God.
Destiny being Nightcrawler's mother, and Mystique being the father, and
that's nuts.
But now we're gonna have the Midnight Suns are gonna. I think.
The Midnight Suns are back.
Yeah.
That's going to be a book coming out. And also the Blood Hunters book is going to be continuing with All Hallows Eve is going to be in that with Elsa Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Some of the other characters from it. I think Dagger's.
I wonder what they're gonna do with Bloodstone because she was just in the Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
so I wonder
that's
what they're
right.
gonna do with her in the
She
MCU.
was, wasn't she? Yeah.
She's a cool character.
She is. She's pretty badass. I like the way they kind of portray her, the way she speaks. Makes me laugh. They do her.
She got some rich history.
Yeah. That's true.
No. Coming up out of this, so they have this whole thing with Doom being Sorcerer Supreme and shit.
Right.
Over in the new Ultimate Universe, they also have a Doctor Doom who is not Victor Von Doom. It's Reed Richards.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying in this upcoming next issue of Ultimates, it's going to be... the writer of Ultimates has said that this is one way that they can do Doctor Doom in the upcoming movies. So this is going to be a huge thing to see what they're actually going to be doing. They've also just recently reprinted Demon in the Armor, the story where Victor took over Tony's body.
Mm-hmm.
So they've just recently reprinted that. So there's all these things that they're doing, showing you, okay, hey, this is the source material, and we do have stuff with, Tony and Victor. Just calm down, everybody. It seems like that they're trying to go on that tip a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell people is like, y'all got to relax. This happened in the comic. If he's Victor Von Doom, then it's likely going to be that storyline. Or maybe he's the Tony Stark that became Doom in another timeline. Like, who knows? But we just need to give Marvel a chance, especially since the Russo brothers are doing it. Just give it a second. Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
So, again, going back to the comics real quick, the storyline there, with Doom doing that, it's not just going to be Spider-Man. But the thing with Spider-Man is he's getting a Doom suit.
For what?
And they're calling it the 8 Lives of Spider-Man. Because Doom is using sorcery to give him 9 lives. And if that's all he has in order to fucking complete these missions for Doom. And Doom is basically like, you're going to use some of those.
God, it's almost like, I'll make sure of it. That's fucked up, man.
I think I'm done after Blood Hunt.
Yeah,
that sounds dumb.
I don't know about that. I mean, that's a little.
Well, that's weird. Just going to be happening in Spider-Man, but there's going to be other stuff where there's going to be more involved in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I'm going to be probably trying to. I might get into the Blood Hunters, and I'm sure I'll get into the Midnight Suns. I liked that. That was cool. So
now, have either of you been reading anything about what's been going on over at DC?
I have not. No.
This Absolute Power event has been pretty brutal so far. It's Amanda Waller, the fail-safe robot, which is, you guys know Batman Zur-En-Arrh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how he's the backup personality for Batman in case something ever goes wrong, where he's psychologically compromised. Well, Zur-En-Arrh did the same thing and created a thing called Failsafe. And Failsafe goes off if either Bruce or Zur-En-Arrh kills someone.
Okay.
So the way Zur-En-Arrh had put himself into a robot, okay, he had gotten himself out of Bruce's head and into a android body. So this android beat the fuck out of the Justice League. They finally beat it because the robot had failsafe programming in it. So they tricked Zurin R into killing Jason Todd by stopping his heart, and they restarted Jason's heart. So the failsafe programming took over the android. Okay?
Right.
So it's this programming that is Batman, the smartest of what you can figure for Batman, who is also trying to stop all crime and figures that the way to stop all crime is to stop all metahumans, not only the villains but the humans too. I mean the heroes too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
he gets together with Amanda Waller, who runs the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Right.
And she has the Brainiac Queen on her side, who is the newest evolution of Brainiac. So, like, it's all of Brainiac's programming into this, like, new body, and what they've done as this, like, trio of terror or whatever, they've made new Amazo robots. And what they do is these Amazo robots, instead of just mimicking superheroes' abilities, they take them too. So they're depowering the heroes and taking their shit.
Good God.
So it's just been like crazy shit after crazy shit.
Oh my God.
And so, like, the big, like, topper this last week in one of the issues was the Brainiac Queen had gotten a hold of Jonathan Kent, Superman's son.
Yeah.
So we got to see a Kryptonian Brainiac hybrid.
Oh, Lord.
It's kind of spooky.
Heroes. And it's like, this shit is brutal. And it's all leading towards, like, DC doing their own Ultimate line.
Jesus, dude.
No.
DC hasn't been good in a while, man. I haven't read a DC book in Lord knows how long.
Yeah, that's DD.
That's
funny, dude.
There's some stuff that you can pick and choose in DC, and you'll be really.
I wanted to read the Crisis, but after seeing this cartoon movie, I left more confused than I did going into it.
That's DC for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
confused.
So what's your favorite comic book of all time, Eric?
Ooh, my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
So it was an event that happened in the 90s. Maybe been the 2000s, but it was early 2000s. It was the DC versus Marvel mashup.
Okay.
That 4-part miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to see a lot of my favorite characters being in one book. And at that point, I didn't know that they had ever done that until I got older and I seen like X-Men and the Teen Titans and, you know, Marvel DC crossovers back in the day, like Spider-Man and Superman had a book and yada, yada, yada. So, but that one, I had to probably say that, or I think my solid number 2, I guess I'll give you my top 3. My solid number 2 was the Death of Superman and Superman Returns. Little miniseries there, because I fell in love with the Eradicator look then. And then probably the X-Men versus Avengers trade paperback. That saga was crazy.
Yeah.
That was an epic crossover too. Because I mean, you've seen the X-Men and certain characters kind of flip-flop between Avengers and this, that, and the other, but like that was a clash. And Cyclops was right.
Pretty good.
Because, like, I was trying to think, like, what's going on with DC that would interest you right now. And, like, the thing, I'm just trying to be honest. Like, I don't think there's anything that, like, they're publishing for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the shit that's good at DC right now is, like, the Penguin miniseries was amazing.
If they did another Titans run, I'd probably give it a shot, because honestly, that's my favorite DC team is the Teen Titans.
Titans has been good. Titans has been really good. They're like the premier team in DC right now because there is no Justice League.
But see, that my problem would be though is I don't need them adding 80 members to this team.
There you
Keep
go.
it simple.
Yep.
Like keep it simple. Let me enjoy the team that I know, and I'm good.
It's been they've kept it really, really pared down as far as like a Titans lineup could be. Been a lot of interesting stuff in Nightwing. A new villain called Heartless.
Metahuman.
Can't really tell.
Okay, well that's good. That's good because I don't really like to see that a lot. Like it's okay when there's certain villains that's meta, and it's like okay, cool, keep them to a minimum. Like the Joker wasn't a meta, neither was Harley Quinn, and technically Poison Ivy's not a metahuman. So his rogues gallery was just some very deranged psychopathic people who may have had some disfigurations or something, but I enjoyed that about DC. It was when they got into like these super big, overarching, powerful characters, and I'm like, all right, enough is enough.
I think like that's DC's blessing and its curse is like DC does the icons great. Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman.
Yeah, the big three, the Trinity.
Yeah. Like you have to really dig into like their catalog to find like the other stuff that's really, really good.
I did like Blackest Night. That was a good run.
Was good.
And Flashpoint was good. That was good. I think the animation was better in the cartoon movie they made, but it was a good run in the book.
I think that they're publishing stuff right now that just like really like pops into like the stuff that I like because it's like it's a little more street level. Like it's a little more like they're doing some Black Ops stuff that's kind of cool. Like that whole Amanda Waller versus Wildstorm book was awesome.
That's right. They did buy the rights to that.
Yep. The newest, what the hell is it? Was it The Authority that they're calling it? This book. It's basically a planetary reboot that has Batwoman and Lucius Fox's son.
Oh yeah, the Batwing.
Yeah. Him and a new character being called the Drummer. That goes into like the old planetary stuff, which has been really interesting. Then they've done a sequel to the like fantasy DC thing I was telling you guys about, the Dark Knights of Steel. They have one come out now, and it's based around Slade, who's like it's like Slade as a fucking fantasy mercenary.
Oh wow.
Dude, I just wish they would have given us that show where Deathstroke and Batman squared off. That was supposed to have been in the work, the Affleck Batman.
Yeah. I don't think Manganiello looked bad as fucking Deathstroke.
No, he looked great.
No. Well, I think we're kind of petering out, and it's almost 11 o'clock.
Almost time for me to crash, boys. My back's starting to hurt.
So
perfect timing.
I figure that we can go ahead and pop off here, and EE, if you're still around, you can go ahead and do it unbroadcasted so that we can have some fun there. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and take some muscle relaxers. My back is killing me.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say every week, peace, love, and hair grease. We're out.
Adios, guys.